Sanam, I'm Gucharan Singh Khalsa, Director of Training for the Kundalini Research Institute. Your question came to me, what are the benefits of practicing Kundalini Yoga? Well, there's physical, there's mental, emotional, and there's spiritual. People come to Kundalini Yoga like it's a huge, beautiful tree on the Great Plains. Some people are passing through and they just need shade to lower the heat of the day and continue the journey. It's perfect. Some people come and see all of its complexity and all the branches and all the things living in the trees and the birds, and they climb up into it and explore for a long time. This also is very good. And some people come, explore, go into the trees and realize they can take some seeds and they can go plant it and grow trees where they are and give shade to others. All these approaches we understand and we welcome in Kundalini Yoga. Now, as you go through all that, whatever your motivation may be, you're going to get some benefits. On the physical level, Kundalini Yoga is amazing in its ability to utilize the natural, inherent healing properties of the body. It'll take us a long time of research to show this in a Western way, although we're seeing it. One thing we tested, for example, was that by doing different breath rhythms, you could affect the sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves in the body and how they balance with each other. There's a certain signature of healing, signature of wellness that happens when you're very responsive and where you can put on the gas and turn on the brakes as needed by your environment. Under stress, that lessens. You see measurements like heart rate variation, how quickly the heart can move, lessen when you get depressed or too much stress. And when we put Kundalini Yoga to the test and looked at some of the breathings, researchers were surprised that we had such a huge increase in the heart rate variability, which means that we were breaking depression, that we were allowing the normal functions of the sympathetic and parasympathetic system to come into play. When you get too stressed and the system is imbalanced, digestion goes away. Peristalsis gets interrupted. How well you digest the food that you put in, and that affects everything in your life. So Kundalini Yoga does have this beauty that it has coded in each of the kriyas, each of the structured sets of exercises, an approach to the different systems of the body to make them move, to come back into a rhythm that allows you to not be about your illness or your upset or your emotion, but be about your action and your connection and your realization in this world. So you can do certain kriyas, and it can help back trouble, it can help digestion, it can help your nervous balance, it can help so many things. And this is maybe climbing that tree for some time, because there's thousands of branches that give you different kinds of benefits. Now, mentally and emotionally, very clear. You can lower the anxiety, you can become clear in your decision making, you can break the sense of depression. All of those kind of emotional cul-de-sacs that we end up on can easily be affected by the practice of the exercise and with the meditation. Spiritually, now that's interesting. Spirituality is a capacity to go beyond oneself into what you can call a higher self, or an extended self, or an infinity. There's many, many ways of speaking about it. But fundamentally, it has to have a capacity of fearlessness that opens and allows in something beyond whatever your mind was thinking at that moment, or the momentum of the past. In that way, I've seen many people practice Kundalini Yoga. Ministers, in terms of traditions. One minister, we had a retreat, and the ministers came from many traditions, Christian and Jewish and Muslim, and Sikhs. And at the end, many people said, I've prayed better than I ever have in my life. Well, in the early practice of almost every tradition, whether it was Christian or Jewish or Muslim, whatever it is, there was some technique, there was something that blessed person did that cultivated the gift. Just like you have natural musical talent, but you have to practice the instrument. You have a natural capacity to be aware, to make a conscious decision. You have to practice the instrument. Nobody would deny the practice of learning that instrument just because it was already given in a gift. So in Kundalini Yoga, you'll see techniques that come from, and were practiced by many traditions, to awaken the spirit. Now, when you awaken the spirit, you can practice spirituality. Then, if you're religious, you hold that religion in a way that has compassion and beauty, and it doesn't become fanatic, and it doesn't become very crazy as we see it happen these days. Or if you have you say, my religion is to be atheist, I don't believe in anything, or I'd like to believe, but there's no way to know. It doesn't matter. Because there's a spirit of existence within each of us, and we call it Satnam. It means to love all that exists, to accept everything that is, and to deliver yourself in a continuity with everything, that we're not separate from everything. That sense of vastness, that sense of humility, that sense of quietude within you that gives you the contemplative edge to know how to be kind in every situation. That is one of the benefits of Kundalini Yoga. So, it is true, some people have practiced many yogas, and they're doing it just for physical cultivation. And they say, oh, Kundalini Yoga is very spiritual. It's true. But you can do it like that tree that I said in the beginning. You can come, work on your problems, get rid of the pains, elevate your energy physically, fine. You can confront your mind and all the craziness and all that goes on. You can expand your mind to the potentials that exist there. And you can find a connection that clarifies, polishes, cleans the windows of the view of the soul, so that whatever spirit is given to you in this life, you can find a clear and beautiful expression of it that everybody can enjoy. Satnam.